Hi, Wendy. There's Wendy, and there's Will. Is that your name, Will?
Yep.
And there is Gene. Now, Gene has a lot of opinions about things, and this is the first episode in what we call
That's true.
That's the Way It Is, according to Gene. So, Gene, let's. You were talking earlier about the need for revolution. That's how the country started, and it's time for another one.
Yeah, but let's talk about John Kennedy.
Okay.
He got shot, right?
He sure did.
He went after Castro. Castro hired these hitmen. They shot John Kennedy. Is the government going to come out and say what happened? Hell no, they ain't going to come out and tell you what happened.
Do you think they ever will?
That's right. And I'll tell you another thing. Robert Kennedy, he got shot, right?
That's right.
A week later, after he said, I'm going to clean up the mafia, they got a hitman, no more Robert Kennedy. That's the way it is. You know what the mafia is, right?
Yes, I do. And you
he
think
had a good idea, but you can't do it. You can't clean up the mafia.
There's no way to change it?
That's what happened. They didn't waste no time at all. That's what you want to do. Lots of luck.
Well, what else? What do you think about the recent midterm elections? Are we really going to have a change?
All they do is play politics. The Republicans are trying to make it look bad for old Omar, so they can get back in. So they don't accomplish nothing. You know what I'm getting at?
So
it's always been that way.
So it's a chess game. What do you think, sir?
Yeah, they fight back and forth.
Pretty much the same thing. It's just a chess game, back and forth, and you know, one power is, they think, stronger than the other power, and you know, but everybody has their own opinions, you know. So.
Well, what do you think the government of the people, by the people, and for the people, is that just a charade, or is that just a front?
I really think it's just a front.
I remember years ago they were talking about the Trilateral Commission. Do you remember that, Gene?
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, the Trilateral Commission. Do you think that really exists? Is that what's really going on, or?
Well, let me tell you now. What do you think of this war in Iraq?
Well, I don't really have any opinions, but I want to hear yours.
I had a politician tell me. Now, he was, you know, he was a congressman, you know. You know what he told me? He said, what do you think of the war? I said, look, the oil companies make millions, the government makes millions. Are we going to kill 7,000 Americans to get this oil? We got enough for our own oil. This is what's going on.
There was a term used in the 60s, the military-industrial establishment.
Yeah.
In other words, those people who make bombs and other arms are really the ones who control things, and Boeing and all the other companies that make the weapons.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
They're telling you, their government and the oil companies are making millions, billions. Yet we got to have these Americans go over there. There's 7,000 of them got killed already to get this oil. Hey, and they tell you we're fighting terrorists, you know. We're fighting terrorists already.
Do you think the terrorists are among us here?
No, they're after the oil. It's the same old thing I was showing you. That green stuff.
Now
we gotta have it.
That's right. We're here in Tidioute, Pennsylvania, which was once the oil capital of the world.
Yep.
So you think that same thing is happening, but maybe through natural gas, through the new oil wells they're drilling?
Hey, he come right out and told me that. He said, what do you think of it? I said, look, they're after that oil. That's the thing. We gotta have it.
See, the thing is, these big corporations, they took the companies over and everything. There was, within 3 or 4 towns here, there was how many refineries? Back in the day, there is none now.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know what a guinea pig is. We're gonna have guinea pigs over there to do the dirty work. You know?
All the refineries around here has been tore down.
They took all the refineries.
They've been tore down and
tore them down. All these big shots were from Texas. They don't care anything about Pennsylvania.
Right.
Now now we got all this oil and no place to refine the stuff.
I remember in the mid-70s, sort of a connection I had through the family, who I was at his house one day and a Texan came, the stereotypical Texan. Now remember, this is the early to mid-70s. He had the typical 10-gallon hat. He had the accent and everything. And he was going around telling farmers in Armstrong County, and this is a fact, in Sugar Creek Township, that they were going to offer a payment of $1 an acre for their farms. And there were farmers taking it in the 70s, $1 an acre. They needed the money. So you're saying that the same sort of...
Yeah, the same sort of thing happened here.
Hey.
Like, you know,
We had 3 or 4 oil companies come in right here. They had millions of dollars on stockholders that drilled for oil. They didn't want no oil. You know what they do?
they just wanted the
They
money.
go in there, put half of it in their pocket, the other half on the ground. They tell the stockholders we had bad luck, we went bankrupt. Next thing you know, they're starting up under a new name again. Same bullshit. We've had Miami, we've had Return, different names, Lightning.
Well, the Republicans...
So all they're doing is spending these people's money and putting half of it in their pocket, and it's legal. Then they go bankrupt.
Well, the Republicans, the new Congress, all of those folks say that it's going to be different under them, that they're going to protect the rights of us. What do you think about the chance of that?
It's going to be no different.
Maybe we could ask Wendy. What do you think, Wendy? What do you think, Wendy? That's called cutting. That's called cutting away, because I knew that big diesel pickup was going to make more noise than you guys talking.
Do you think politicians think anything about us three? No.
I've never had one, and I was one time for a brief moment,
Nothing.
and I realized how corrupt it was, and I thought I better go back to what I can do best. So
They serve 2 years, they get a pension. 2 years.
What are we going to do about it, Gene?
That's what I'm telling you. They set their own rules. Hey, maybe they make $60,000 a year. I don't know what they make. And then all these corporations give them money. Who knows how much that is?
Well, what about that Supreme Court ruling that allows corporations to be considered as individuals and donate unlimited funds to political campaigns?
Well, what I'm getting at, say you make $60,000 a year. When they retire, they got a pension of $80,000 a year. See, they set their own pensions. These politicians.
Well, Gene, we'll be back in just a moment.